Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of Faded Chronicles. It is me, Daddy Steve, and today's topic is about trolls. And no, I'm not talking about those cute little lovable trolls from the movie Trolls, or the trolls that you had back in the 90s when you were a kid, if you're old enough to remember that. No, we're talking about internet trolls, people that try to ruin your experience or ruin the content that you're creating. So the three things I want to talk about with trolls today are obviously, what is a troll? We're going to define what it is. We're gonna try to find out why people troll others, and then lastly, I want to discuss different methods on how to deal with trolls, what I do to deal with trolls, and what other people have done to deal with trolls. So that being said, we'll jump right into the topic. What is a troll? So I have the Wikipedia definition here, guys. An internet, we'll be more specific. An internet troll is a person who sows discord by starting quarrels or upsetting people by posting inflammatory, extraneous, off-topic messages in an online community. So basically, they're there to cause chaos, discord, offend people, and generally just make a muck out of everything. They will latch onto your content. They'll leave comments on your videos that are derogatory, inflammatory. They'll do anything they can to offend as many people as possible. They'll come into your live streams and try to cause chaos, try to argue with people, try to act really ignorant. These are the people that usually just come into a place and try to blow up everything and ruin everybody's entertainment. And left unchecked, these people can really impact a community negatively that will have far-reaching consequences. So it's good to know how to identify a troll versus someone just trying to have a good time or maybe taking a joke a little too far, and then also identifying what causes people to be trolls, and then finally, obviously, dealing with those trolls in an appropriate manner. And the way you go about those things is different for each person. So I'm going to tell you today my perspective on how I deal with trolls. So in order to understand how to deal with trolls, you need to know their perspective. And usually, what I found with trolls is either they're extremely bored and they just want to rile people up because they're bored out of their mind. These are usually like the younger kids that just have nothing better to do with their time, so they go around to different communities and different content creators and just do dumb things because they're bored. It doesn't excuse the behavior at all, but it's just one of the many reasons that they troll. Another reason someone with trolls is because they're going through some mental hardships or personal hardships that affect them mentally. So they could literally have a mental illness. They could be depressed. They could have social anxiety or social awkwardness and not know how to communicate with others. There's a number of mental issues that they could be dealing with that are impacting the way they interact with others, including the online space. So usually those are the people that are the least able to be helped without them going to see a professional. So those are the harder ones to deal with, and I'll explain how to deal with each troll as we get further into this. But basically, I've bucketed into two different groups of trolls. I don't see any other types of trolls, or I haven't experienced any other trolls yet. So if you know of any other trolls that are out there, please let me know in the comments below. But it's basically your bored teenagers or people with mental illness that haven't addressed those issues with a professional or with family. So yeah. That is usually the intent. I have a couple ways to deal with it. With the bored teenager is pretty straightforward. If you engage with that person that is bored out of their mind and just trolling because they're bored, typically those teenagers will turn around and stop trolling or stop doing something that's offensive to everybody, and they'll come around to you, and you can save them, if you will. Like for example, I've had a few like Twitch viewers come in and say stupid shit. And then I'll turn around and I'll address their stupidity with even more stupidity of my own. So I'll troll the troll back, if you will. They'll recognize what I'm doing there, and in some weird way or sense, they'll show respect for me not instantly banning them and reacting maybe negatively like other people would have done in other communities. Now, obviously, depending on the size of the content creator or whatever. This may not be scalable for a lot of people, and you may not have time to deal with this type of behavior, and that's understandable. But if you're someone of my size, which is very small, you have the opportunity and time to really evaluate people's behavior and see if you can help them correct their own behavior, point out their errors that they made, and actually turn those people around. So that's one option you could take with those types of trolls. Like the bored teenager, just engage with them, kind of troll them back, if you will, see how they react to it. And if they generally the trolls that I've trolled back that I know are just doing it out of boredom, they usually change their tone right away, and they're usually some of my longer term viewers, if you will. And my community is not toxic by any means, so don't think I just have a bunch of toxic trolls in my community. That's not the case. We we actually are pretty chill, and then, like I said, those trolls, for the most part, they don't troll anymore. I mean, they rally me up every now and again when I deserve it for playing really bad in the game, but otherwise they're great community members. The next group of trolls that I'm going to discuss are the ones that are extremely difficult to deal with. These are usually the most toxic people that you'll come across in the community, in any content creation or any communities that you involve yourself within on the internet. And it does you almost no good to even try to interact with them. These are the people that you should ban instantly, because they're just not going to get the picture that they can't behave in the manner that they're behaving. So like, these people will come into your chat, they'll spew a bunch of racist comments. You'll address it with them. It's like, hey buddy, we don't allow that here, and if you continue doing that shit, we're gonna ban you. And they continue to spew the racist stuff, and they don't care, and they continue to bam. Second time that happens, or even the first time that happens, you may just have a zero tolerance for that and just ban them immediately. You just get them out of your life immediately. There's this one time where people were talking about some super off color like topics, and I shut it down immediately. We don't have time for that stuff, dude. You're obviously coming in here to try to really disrespect everybody in our community. That is not going to fly here. So definitely know the difference. There's a fine line between trolling and joking around, and some people get right up to that line, and some people cross that line by a mile. And you'll know the difference as you get into the content creation more. I wouldn't say get super ban happy though, like in the beginning, because some people are just trolling just because they're bored, and then some people are just trying to be extremely offensive and really piss everybody off. So there's a really fine line there, and then sometimes it's hard to see that line, especially if you're not exposed to that type of behavior or dark humor, if you will. So I'm more on the dark side, so I can understand dark humor, I think, pretty well for the most part. I'm not a millennial snowflake, if you will, that a lot of people say we are. So you just have to really know the difference between someone that's just bored out of their mind, making stupid jokes, versus someone who is extremely off the mark with their comments and really trying to offend people. And those people that are really just trying to offend people and ruin things, immediately get them out of your life. I've had examples where they come and attack me personally, or try to say stuff to me about like certain aspects of me as a person, not necessarily my gameplay or anything that has to do with the content I create, and that's not okay. I address that like with you one time and one time only. I have like a one chance policy usually, and I'm pretty lenient. I'll give you one chance to correct your behavior, and then if you don't correct your behavior after that, then you're done completely. Don't ever talk to me again. And usually that addresses it immediately, and you move on. Another thing you should do when you're dealing with trolls is don't give them too much of your time. Do not sit there and dwell on a troll trying to act up in your chat. That's exactly what they want. They want to get their reaction out of you, because then they know they've won. You simply address it. Literally what I'll do is I will click on that little ban button and move on, and never break stride in the sense that I was talking about. So I'll be talking about this game. Yeah, this game is awesome. Like, I love this gun. It's so cool, blah, blah, blah. And as I'm saying that, I'm clicking the ban on that person, and they're being banned as I'm talking. So no one's even paying attention to that person getting banned. They're paying attention to what I have to say or what we're doing in the game. And all the while, I'm banning that person out and moving on like nothing ever happened. You don't address it. You don't even talk about it. You just keep moving forward like they never existed. And they don't get the satisfaction of causing chaos in your community. Don't let them take over your community. Don't let them cause a reaction out of you, because that's exactly what they want. You just want to keep on trucking. And even with people leaving comments and stuff, you're not addressing those comments. They don't exist. You may even delete those comments or purge them completely. You could do that too, especially if they're really off topic and they're really offensive to you or your community. Just get rid of them and move on. Don't even address it. Don't go on Twitter and post all these messages about how evil these people are or how bad they are. Give them no publicity. Give them no platform to get their troll ways out. That's the best way to deal with it. You root it out by not even acknowledging that they exist. And when you do that, they lose all momentum and they lose their purpose. And honestly, the best thing you could do at the end of the day is continually preach to your community about ways to get mental health. Mental health is an issue in our country here in the US. It continues to be an issue, I think, globally, because it's so stigmatized that if you have a mental issue, there's something like you're crazy or something, but it's just not necessarily true. So many people have mental issues that are undiagnosed or just under the radar that you would be surprised how many people you know personally have mental issues. I think the best thing we can do as content creators or streamers is bring awareness to mental health issues and let people know that it's okay to reach out and ask somebody for help professionally. Don't ask your best friend, don't ask the streamer to help you out. Ask someone that is professionally licensed to help with those types of issues to help out. So if you're out there today and you're watching this and you're the one going through those troubles and you're dealing with things in your head mentally, go see a professional. Being a troll on the internet is not going to help you. It's not going to make your life better. It's not going to make you feel better. You may feel a fraction of a second better for the whole time that you annoy this community, but in the long term, those issues that you have are still going to be there. Your life is just going to be miserable until you take care of those issues. And usually the only way you can get that taken care of is if you go see a professional to help get those roadblocks out of your way to move on with your life. So long story short, trolls are people that want to cause chaos in your community. They just want to sow nothing but discord across everything that you do. They're considered haters. They don't like you. They don't like anything you do. They don't like anything you're associated with. They usually do it because they're bored or because they have a mental illness. And lastly, the best way to deal with the troll is give them a chance. Set up rules ahead of time. Let everybody know what the rules are. If it's a bored teenager, give them a chance. If it's somebody that's just being extremely toxic and beyond out of bounds, just get rid of them immediately. Do not acknowledge these trolls that you ban, especially the ones that you ban. Do not even acknowledge that they're there, that they ever existed, and just move on. Don't let them get to you. And just continue to promote mental health awareness. We need everybody to check up with their doctor and make sure they're getting the right mental health out there, because it is a serious issue in our country and it continues to get worse it seems like every day it continues to get worse with all the events going on in the world. So please reach out, tell somebody, and go get help professionally. Thank you guys for watching. If you are enjoying this video or other videos like it, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, you can find me on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. I stream primarily League of Legends, but I do dabble in other games from time to time. I would love you guys to come check me out in our community. We're freaking awesome. All the links for our community stuff is down below. Until next time, you have a good night. Love you guys. Bye.